took the second game yesterday.
Perfect stretch.
Max Scherzer's pitching. JT coming up in the back from the Yankee prospect. We hope for a good match win and a good end to this road trip. Thank you and see you on the next podcast.
All right, this is John from the J&B Sports Podcast. We have a very special guest tonight.
What's going on, guys? You've heard the name, now you've seen the face. That's right.
It's Kevin Miller.
Let's enjoy the J&B podcast today, boys and girls.
All right, and a very good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to week 14 of the J&B Sports Football Friday podcast and a little winter meetings talk too. John Giordano, Johnny Popcorn 1, B Schwartz 20 here on the Football Friday podcast. All right, John, so got a lot to get to today.
Yes, we do, Brandon. How are you today?
I'm doing good, man. It's a good week for Yankee fans, obviously.
Great week to be a Mets fan.
Yeah, and a good week for you guys in the Mets. So we'll talk about that after we do our Football Friday picks and we do our locks for the week for the NFL games. So let's get rolling with some NFL. We'll start off with the Eagles and the Giants, which is the 1 o'clock game, obviously, from the Meadowlands.
I had to do something special with our picks from last week. I gave us each half a point for that Giant game.
Oh, yeah?
New rule, if they end in a tie, you get half a point.
Oh, wow. All right, who do you got? Eagles, Giants.
I don't think they could stop the running game of the Eagles, so I'm going to go to Eagles, who are currently the favorite at -7 in this game.
Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be close. I think the Giants are going to win this one because they're home. So I'm going to go with the Giants to win this one. All right. So you got the Eagles. I got the Giants for that one. Let's see. Jets, Bills in Buffalo.
I'm going to go Buffalo. I don't trust Mike White after that disaster he put on last week in Minnesota.
Yeah, I agree. I'll go with Buffalo too. And especially Buffalo after losing to the Jets in the Meadowlands, they want revenge over the Jets. So.
Yeah, if you look, Mike White's only been able to win at home so far.
Yep. Absolutely. Battle of Ohio, the Browns and the Bengals.
That's actually better than the one a couple of weeks ago. Now you have Deshaun Watson back.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about this on Doug's show. I'm going to go with the Bengals. He thinks they're going to go on a run.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's be honest. The Bengals had a terrible start to the season. And now they have picked it up the last few games.
Chase is still out, though, right?
I believe so. Even though, the Bengals are a very good team, a legit quarterback, and they got a good running game too, so that's good.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with the Bengals too. I think the Bengals are obviously a favorite in this game, the way they've been playing. So I'm gonna go with the Bengals.
I didn't realize Chase actually played last week, so he is back.
Yeah. Battle of Texas. Texans at the Cowboys.
Gotta go Dallas. The Texans are still a mess, 1-10-1.
I'm saying I think we'll both agree on that. Dallas is obviously that's an easy one. Dallas is obviously a way better team.
Yep.
And the line proves it. -17.5. That's a lot.
Yep. Considering their only win this year came against Jacksonville.
Vikings, Lions in Detroit.
Surprising to me here, Detroit's actually the favorite in this game at -2.
Yeah.
I think they'll not be able to stop that offense, and the Vikings will win this game.
Yep. I'm going to go with the Lions. I want to see. I think the Lions are on a roll lately. So let's see.
I'm surprised they're the favorite.
Yeah. Well, they've been playing good football lately, so that's good. Jaguars at Titans.
Let's go Tennessee. They've been doing decent, and Jacksonville still doesn't look like they're right yet.
I agree. I like the Titans team. I think they're turning it around. They're having a good second half of the season so far. We got the Ravens at the Steelers.
I'm gonna go to Steelers. It looks like Mark's not gonna play this week.
Uh-huh. Yep. Uh, this is a good one. I think I'm gonna go with the Ravens still. I just think they can still win this game, even with the coach. They got a good coaching staff. They got a good, they got a good line and stuff. So
They'll probably be relying a lot on their running backs this week.
right. So I still think they can pull this one off, but we'll see what happens. We got the Chiefs at the Broncos, and this is the 4:00 starts.
I believe this was originally supposed to be the Sunday night game.
Yeah, and the Broncos, nobody wants to see the Broncos anymore, so I guess they wanted to flex that out of there. So,
Yep, I'm going to go Chiefs.
Chiefs. I have to agree with you. Chiefs it is. I think they'll beat the Broncos for sure. Bucks 49ers in San Francisco.
I think even with all the mess with Garoppolo out, considering it will be in San Francisco, the 49ers will pull this one out.
Yeah, I like to see the 49ers win too. Yeah, especially, you want to see the 49ers still be good with Garoppolo out.
Yep, he might be back for playoffs, so.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, that would be good. Panthers at Seahawks.
This is what we wanted to see. Geno Smith against Sam Darnold, the former Jet QBs.
Yes.
I'm going to go with the Seahawks since they've had a good year and it's always tough going into that building.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with the Seahawks too.
Who would have thought we actually would see two former Jet failures starting a quarterback against each other in the same game?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dolphins Chargers Sunday night.
I'm gonna go Miami bounces back with Tua. Did a tough game last week.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I think they could. They're home. I think they could win this game. They're 6-6 and they're 500. So I think they could pull this one off. All right. So those were our Sunday picks. So let's go to Monday night. Patriots at Arizona.
I'm going to go with the Patriots. The Cardinals haven't had that great of a year.
No, not at all. 4-8. I mean, it's a little surprising.
Why do I always like putting this matchup in prime time? You ever notice that?
Yeah, I agree with you. All right. I'm going to go with the Patriots too. I think the Cardinals just don't look great. Yeah, I agree. They don't look great at all. Patriots have been playing all right lately. So, I mean, they
barely lost on Thanksgiving. I think that was their last game.
The last 3 games, I mean, they lost to the Bills by 14.
Yep. They lost on Thanksgiving.
They lost to Thanksgiving, but they hung in close.
And they beat the Jets on that that punt return.
Yeah, they beat the Jets. They beat the Colts. So I mean, they've had a good. They played all right. So that's
Yep.
But yeah, and let's do Thursday night of next week. 49ers at Seahawks.
I still think it's a tough building to go into, so let's go with the Seahawks in that one.
Yeah.
Especially with Brock Purdy starting.
Yeah. And then next Saturday, we start the Saturday games towards the end of the season, so that should be fun.
Yep.
And then we'll do our Football Friday podcast for those games, obviously. So then we'll do the Sunday games, and then I think for the rest of the season they're doing Saturday games, right? From starting next week till the end of the season, right?
Let me check. Right now, New Year's Eve, there's no games.
New Year's Eve, no games.
So,
Christmas Day, there's games, obviously.
So they go next week and Christmas Eve, and then that's it for the Saturday games.
Okay, and then before you know it, it's the last week of the season.
Should be fun though. Now they flex it Giants Commanders next week into Sunday night.
That should be fun. So who do you got for that Thursday night?
Let's see. I think I said Seahawks.
Seahawks? I'm going to go with I'd like to see the 49ers win. I'm going to go with the 49ers.
About 10 years ago, this would have been a really good matchup.
Uh-huh. All right. And then before we take a commercial break, we'll pick our locks. Who do you have as your lock for this week?
Good question. Give me the Cowboys.
Cowboys?
They're not going to lose to 110-1 Texans.
Cowboys. All right, so you got the Cowboys.
Yep.
All right. I am going to take the Buffalo Bills. I think they definitely should win this week because they're going to come in hungry saying, hey, we lost to the Jets by 3 points at the Meadowlands. We want to take them over this time. We're going to demolish this team, and we're going to win by a good amount. So I'm going with the Bills as the lock.
I definitely think they'll win with Mike White starting for the Jets.
And we'll see. Everyone is so into Mike White for some reason. I mean, listen, he had a good game, but that was against the Chicago Bears. It's not like it was against the Cowboys,
Yep.
So, in my opinion, I think people are getting a little crazy on Mike White. This is my opinion. But
well, remember, he beat the Bengals last year, and they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. Mike White has not proved enough to be your franchise quarterback.
Yep.
I haven't even heard of him before last season. I mean, where did he come? I don't even know where he came from. He's like a fan favorite now.
I think he was originally drafted by Dallas. You should see Chewy when me and him go to the games. He goes crazy with Mike White.
Oh yeah, he's only like a couple of years old.
Yeah, he was drafted in 2018 by the Cowboys. Didn't really get going until he became a Jet.
Now listen, only the best for him. Well, hopefully he has a good career. We'll see what happens. I mean, listen.
Yep.
He's got a lot to prove, but listen, good start for him. So we'll see what happens.
Yep.
All right, we'll take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, we'll discuss a little bit about the winter meetings. All right, we're back here on the JMB Sports Podcast, and let's get into a little bit about the winter meetings. So far, so good in the Yankees and the Mets land. Yankees re-signed Aaron Judge to a 9-year, $360 million deal, while the Mets
made a lot of moves.
Starting with Verlander, then goes to Nimmo, then goes to Quintana. And you got Quintana now.
Yep.
So I always liked Jose Quintana.
I have a very special thing to show you, Brandon, if I could share my screen like Doug does.
Huh. And then the Mets signed somebody else. Who did they sign? Oh, David Robertson. I like him. He's a very good relief pitcher.
I think I got this, Brandon. Let's see if it works.
Oh, yeah. We do have it.
Can you see it?
Yep. The great catch in center field.
I was there.
You were in the 7 Army, the section right there.
Yep. And me and Tui were there that night.
Yeah, that was a great catch. That was a.
I had that plan.
Always remember. Yeah. So, John, what do you think about your signings so far? I mean, first of all, how do you feel so far about the signing of Quintana and the signing of Robertson? Two good pitchers. Quintana could obviously be in the rotation, and Robertson could be a great setup man.
Yep. I like Robertson more because, say, Showalter decides to use Diaz 3 days in a row. You give Robertson close a day that he's down.
Mm-hmm.
You have an established closer finally to back up your number one guy.
Totally, man. I totally agree with you. And Buck Showalter will use. He's got a good bullpen now. You got Robertson. You got Diaz. You got Lugo.
Lugo's a free agent.
I think he's gonna. Sometimes he's gonna reside. You have who else do you have in that bullpen?
The guy they just got from Doug's Rays, Raley.
Brooks Raley. He's pretty good. But yeah, it's like eighth inning. You bring in Robertson, and then Diaz comes in the ninth. Hey, you're all set, man.
Yep. I like Quintana too. If you think about it, that gives you a solid 4-starter, 3-4 starter.
Verlander, Scherzer,
Cookie, and Quintana.
And then that's pretty good. Now, question is, who do you make your number one starter, Verlander or Scherzer?
I honestly have to go Verlander.
Yeah. All right, that's a good idea. Good call.
And they have a lot of bullpen depth if they sign another guy this year.
Yeah.
Very funny. You could have Tyler McGill go to the bullpen, and he started a no-hitter last year.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man.
More important, Brandon, what do you think about your Yankees signing Aaron Judge to that massive deal?
I think it was inevitable. I think if he left, I think that would be a huge hit on the franchise. I just don't think they would have, I think they would have rebuilt, but listen, this team is still with Judge, they're still in a work in progress, They're still figuring out ways to beat the Astros, figuring out ways to, get their bullpen settled. But I think signing Judge was the way to go. I think giving him what he wanted is what we needed. I think they did a good job when they saw the Giants offer, going after giving him. I think it was was it 9? So the Giants gave him what, an 8-year deal or a 9-year deal?
I think it's somewhere near what the Yankees ended up signing for.
Right. So they pretty much gave him an equal deal. So that's good. And I'm glad listen, the Yankees have the money, obviously. So
he turned down more money to stay with the Yankees. You notice that?
Yeah. So I think this was a good move for the Yankees, but we're not done. Yep. If anybody thinks we're done, no, not even close. Now they have to go to work.
Yep, you have a lot more issues to fix.
I still think they need to sign a couple more free agents. I think they need to get the bullpen fixed, and think they need to add 1 or 2 more starters. So there's rumors about Carlos Rendon, who I like. I think he's very good. So something tells me he'll be a Yankee because he's been the number one team that the Yankees are the number one team that he's been attracted to, I think. So if we add Rendon, that's not bad. That's not bad. But question will be the bullpen.
Yep. Here's a big question for you, Brandon. Who's the biggest winners of this winter meeting, teams-wise?
That's a good question. I think the Philadelphia Phillies. I
like that Turner move.
I think that was a great move for the Phillies. 11 years. And again, I was telling Doug yesterday when I saw him, I've never seen so many 11-year deals, 9-year deals, 8-year deals in my life in one winter meeting. I've never seen. I mean, we've only seen a couple of 2-year, 3-year deals. We haven't seen a lot of.
Yep.
Look, how many? Xander Bogaerts, 11-year deal.
You must be happy he's out of your division now.
Yeah, Trey Turner, 11-year deal. I mean, what these teams now assign these players to long contracts.
How stacked is that Padre lineup though now?
Oh, that's going to be a good lineup. You got
when you get Tatis back, you have Bogarts, Machado, Cronenworth, Soto.
Yeah, that's going to be dangerous. And if I'm the Dodgers, I'd be worried
I was
because
telling
that
my
would,
friend their only weakness is at catcher, I think.
yeah, if I'm the Dodgers, I'd be worried. Now they're gone. Now Bellinger's gone. He's going to the Cubs.
Yep.
So yeah, I think the Padres are going to win the NL West this year. I think the Padres got the team now.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But good for San Diego, man. It's a great city. They deserve a great baseball team.
Yep. Good that they got Bogarts with the whole mess with Tatis.
Tatis, yeah, absolutely.
You know, they're going to be there the whole time together when he comes back from his suspension.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Tatis has 11 years left, 12 years on that massive deal he signed.
That's right. That is correct. But yeah, dude, this has been such a great winter meetings. The fans have been with it so much, obviously because we had a lot of notable free agents that people love.
Yep.
We still got a lot more free agents that need to be signed. I don't know. We haven't heard anything about Craig yet, right?
I don't think so. I have a good question for you, though, Brandon, too. Who's the biggest loser of the winter meetings?
It's a good question. Very good.
I asked you for the winner, now you the loser.
The loser? That's a very good question. I think the biggest loser is going to be the Los Angeles Dodgers because they lost Cody Bellinger, who was a big part of that lineup.
And they didn't get Verlander.
Yeah, so I think they're actually the biggest loser in this winter meetings. I think Bellinger was a big part to that team. So I think him going to the Cubs hurt the Dodgers a lot. And the Padres just got better with Bogarts, so I think the Padres are taking over the NL West.
My pick will be a surprise for you. I think it's John Heyman for jumping the gun Tuesday night.
Yeah.
You saw he said Judge to the Giants?
Yes, Arson Judge.
Yes. All right, so there's apparently a new judge in baseball, and his name's Arson. I wonder if he's related to Aaron.
He's also Tony's wife.
Yes. One more, Brandon. What's your prediction for Correa and Swanson? The two big shortstops left.
Listen, I gotta be honest with you. I would love if Correa came to the Yankees. I think he'd be perfect with this lineup. I don't know if it's gonna happen though because they have too many right-handers in that lineup with Stanton, Judge, and other guys. It would be great for the Yankees, but I think the Yankees should go out and try to get another left-handed slugger because you need somebody. You got Rizzo, but you need somebody else to hit left-handed in that lineup. So I don't know if he's gonna come to the Yankees, but it would be great.
Would you bring back Benintendi?
I mean, I like Benintendi. I wasn't a fan of what he did last year. I mean, he was injured. He gets injured too much. I mean, I don't know.
He barely played, I think.
Yeah, the Yankees want to go in a direction where they don't have to, deal with injuries too much, And listen, let's be honest. He didn't play great with the Yankees. He started off pretty bad, actually.
Yep.
But I think the Yankees could go out and get somebody. I mean, I want to see who the remaining free agents are.
I'm gonna say though that Correa might actually wind up with the Dodgers.
All right, I could see that.
And I do not know about Dansby.
Oh, another team I thought that actually did really well is the Cardinals because they got Wilson Contreras, who is going to replace Yadier, who's retiring.
Yep, and they know what they're getting since they played him for the last 6-7 years.
Yeah,
great move.
Let's see. We got. All right, so all the big ones signed already. Mitch Haniger's with the Giants now. Josh Bell's with the Guardians. Jock Peterson. Where did he go? Did he
Giants. He took the qualifying offer.
All right. Bellinger's gone. He's with the Cubs now. All right, so let's be honest. The big ones are gone. The big ones have signed.
Yep. You have that guy Senga from Japan.
Mm-hmm.
I could see him going to the Mets.
Hey, listen. With Steve's money, he could sign anybody he wants. That's just
Did you see the ridiculous payroll now?
Yeah.
It almost as high as what the Yankees just paid Judge.
Yep.
Guess that's what happens when you have a rich owner.
That is right. It's a new era now. You got to get these Wall Street stock brokers who have billions of dollars, and he never used to be like that. He used to be like somebody.
We have the world bonds in charge. We didn't do anything.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So with the meetings, man, pretty good so far. Pretty good so
It
far.
was a good week. Kept getting all those notifications.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we're gonna spend just a couple of minutes talk a little bit about talk about the basketball and the Knicks and the Nets, whatever. And then we'll take a couple of questions we got a couple of questions on that people sent us today, so we'll answer those and then we'll wrap it up. All right, we're back here on the JB Sports Podcast. Johnny Popcorn B Schwartz 20. We're here on our Football Week 14 Football Friday podcast and a little winter meetings talk. So, John, our New York Knicks, man, beat the Hawks on Wednesday, but let's be honest. They're one game under 500. Randall has had excellent. He's been playing excellent lately, averaging 21.6 points a game. They're playing the Hornets tonight in Charlotte. So this is going to be. They should beat the Hornets at 7-18. But what do you think of the Knicks so far, man?
I haven't been paying too much attention, but based on what you're saying, I saw the stats from Randall the other night you posted about.
34. What was it? 34 points. 34 points, and that was a big win for the Knicks, beating the Hawks because they needed that. 34 points, 8 of 8 from the free throw line. Now his free throw shooting has been so much better. I remember like a few years ago, he has shot he was not a great free throw shooter. Mm-hmm. Now he's turned out to be a very good free throw shooter, almost automatic practically from the line. Mm.
I think before the end of the year we have to go to another Knicks game. What do you think?
Well, I'm talking with our friends, and they want to maybe in February. We'll go to a game in February, something like. Let's look at the schedule quickly. February, there's 11 games.
Well, I know we were going to go when they're in Washington next month.
Yeah, we're going to do that. I'm also thinking about maybe going to the Knicks Sixers on that Friday, the 10th. That'd be a good one. In Philly.
What month was that?
February.
We could go back to that. That was a fun experience.
That was a good time. I'm looking at this game right here. This looks like a good one. Saturday the 25th against New Orleans. See Zion play. See Zion, RJ, Cam Reddish. That'd be a good one to go to.
Well, we have a lot of time, thankfully. That's over 2 months away.
Absolutely. But yeah, I still think the Knicks are going to get a play-in spot. I mean, listen, it's still really early, but they need to. If the Knicks are right now in a play-in spot, they're the 9th seed, so that's good. So win tonight, they have 13 wins. Then before you know it, maybe they could actually be in 6th place. So I'm not going to get too into the standings because it's still really early. It's only 25 games in.
Yep.
We still got what
is that, like 50-something, 60-something games?
Games left. So we still got a lot of games to be played. And when is the All-Star game? February, right?
I don't even pay that much attention. It's so boring that they don't even try.
Yeah.
I think NBA has the worst All-Star game out of all the sports.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. Like, I mean, the best part of the NBA All-Star game, let's be honest, is the three-point contest, the dunk contest.
The games itself, though, are the worst.
Oh, the game itself is a joke. Let's be honest. It's exactly what you expect it to be. Just the stars all out on one together and just fooling around, throwing the ball around. That's what it is, Yep,
you see who's coaching for the Pro Bowl games this year?
No, I didn't see. Oh, the Mannings.
Yep. Paying one side, Eli's the other.
That's going to be good. But I thought they got rid of the Pro Bowl. I guess is this the last season of the Pro Bowl?
I think they're doing more like how the NBA does it.
Oh, like a script,
like different events and some kind of game.
Right. Somebody said they were getting rid of the Pro Bowl. Totally.
They call it the 2023 Pro Bowl games, so they're doing like events, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's good. All right. Well, listen, this has been a great episode, John. I'm glad we did a little winter meetings talk today and a little NBA talk. I wish, next time we do a show, we'll talk a little bit about maybe hockey or something. Not that I have any interest in hockey, but we got a couple of good teams around here that are doing really well. The Devils are doing really well. The best team in the best team in the conference, I think. They are doing
Might
really
be the best in the whole league, I think.
Yeah, they're 21-4-1. They are unstoppable practically. They have their new goalie in Vitek Vanacek, who's done a very good job.
You missed a great game the other night.
Yeah, man. Well, actually, the best team in the conference is the Boston Bruins. The Devils are the second best team in the league. Then you got the Vegas Golden Knights in the other conference, who's the third best team. So, listen, good for the Devils. Good for the Devils. Listen, hopefully they continue their success throughout the rest of the season. Obviously, it's still early.
Yep.
But listen, just take it one game at a time.
We gotta keep Dougie happy.
Yeah, and the Rangers are 13-10. Islanders are better, 16-11. Wow. So listen,
It will be an interesting time.
Yeah, the three metropolitan teams, New York City, are doing pretty well.
Yep.
Yeah, and let's be honest, no one thought the Devils would be that good.
Yep.
Nobody thought they'd be that good. I mean, we heard our good friend Doug go on a rant about how people thought Devils were a poverty.
Yep, I've heard him enough.
Yeah, I mean, he sounded really mad about that. Like, people must have really gave him the heat when he would said the Devils are going to be really good this year, And listen, he proved them all wrong. Good for Dougie, man. They're 21-4-1, man. That's a good record. Yep. New goalie Vitek Vanacek has done a great job with this team.
Yep.
And their coach is good. I believe his name is Lindy Ruff.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't really know either. Because you know what it is? I don't focus too much on it's NBA, and most people, NBA, NFL, MLB is what the three main sports are, then NHL.
You're actually right. It's Lindy Ruff.
Yeah.
Good job.
All right. Let's get to there's two questions from our fans. All right. Question number one is from Mark. Question is, do you guys think the Knicks have a chance of making it to the Eastern Conference Finals this year? I do think they have a chance. I think they have to get everyone going, especially Brunson. I think Brunson needs to be a little more unselfish with the ball. I think he needs to do it all. I think he needs to start using his own Brunson skills to lead the team. I think he's being a little unselfish with the ball. He's letting everyone get the ball. I think once Brunson figures out a way to utilize his own talents for the team, they're going to be really good.
I wouldn't say they get that far.
What?
I wouldn't say they get that far. I would say maybe first or second round.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, second round would be good. I mean, last time the Knicks made the second round of the playoffs was 2012, 2013, I believe. It's been a while. Question number two is for you, John. With Verlander coming to the Mets, what do you do? What do you do when it comes down to? And I think we answered this actually. What do you do when it comes down to who do you name your number one starter, number two starter, number three starter, number four starter? So who would you name what's your order of the pitchers?
If I had to say right now before they do anything else?
Yeah.
I'd probably go Verlander 1, Scherzer 2, Quintana 3, Cookie 4, and if you don't sign anyone else, competition between McGill and Pearson and who they got from the Marlins, Eliezer Hernandez.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. That's good. All right, John. Well, listen, this has been a great show. I got a little song for you to say goodbye.
Did you send me the pics too?
Yeah. Hopefully you hear the clock next week.